This is fine. Can you
Shade George, the home administrator of Fortitude Children's Home here in Lugbe. We've been here since the 9th of January 2017. We're coming up to our second year here. I live on the premises, and presently we have 10 children in the home. This home is a purpose-built home that can accommodate conveniently and comfortably up to 80 children. Okay, we have 4 school-age children who go out to school at 7:30 every morning. Their day starts at 5 with prayers first. Then they go on to have their bath. Their breakfast is at 7, and 7:30 they go off to school. The little ones, the toddlers, 6 of them, their breakfast is about between 8 and 9 in the morning. Then they come out to play about an hour. Then they have an hour's rest. Then they have their lunch at 12, and they play most of the afternoon. They're up. We don't allow them to go back to sleep till they have an early evening. Then they have their dinner. They start to have their dinner at 5, have their bath, and by 7 latest they're in bed. They're on a strict regimen because we find that it helps the child to grow, healthy, normal, happy children is what we found as we've kept to our strict schedules. That's what their day is like most of the time. Well, first of all, the charity has been set up as a foundation, and that means that it's not a one-man show. We have a board of trustees, and of course, so there's accountability, and we have 2 arms to generate revenue in the home, which is a bakery called Fortitude Bakery, and we have the Fortitude Events Center. So these 2 arms of the home are expected to generate enough funds to sustain the home in the long run. We've been here in the last 1 year, going to 2 years, and we had a startup capital, which of course by now we have expended most of. So we are now dependent on external funds from sponsors and donors, which makes up 30% of our income. It is expected that by the end of this year we would have more organizations coming in to support us. We were fortunate enough to have Total give us some funds. We have some private individuals who have been supporting. They support us as well with funds, and the bakery has been bringing in some revenue. So like, this is how we earn money. This is how we have kept ourselves going in. And in the last 10 months, we've had more people coming into the home. They bring in foodstuff of all sorts. They bring in the normal, what the babies need, Pampers, just the stuff that children need to grow from day to day. And then we have a garden that's been donated as well, a vegetable garden. So to a large extent, our costs on expendable costs on consumables has been cut in like almost half. The home was purposely built to accommodate comfortably 80 children. That's at the maximum, without squeezing any child into a corner or anything like that. Enough space in comfort. And we work closely with the police, who alert us when there are abandoned children. We've had a child from social welfare. We have other referrals from other orphanages who are not able to take in any more children. And we are always on the lookout. We go to the IDP camps, we go to churches, mosques, and we put the word out, word of mouth. We've had cases where people have heard of a child being abandoned. Single parents have brought their children here. Parents have brought their children for foster care. So it's mixed. They call me Mommy Shade. Big Mommy is Big Mommy. They call me Mommy Shade. It's you know, if you love children generally, every one of them is your child. So, you know, you don't have a preference for one or the other. That is not to say that you cannot adopt any one of them. Some of the children are up for adoption. I try to give every child the love and care that they need, without showing too much preference for one child or the other, because it doesn't encourage the others, especially the babies. You know, they all want a hug and a kiss, so they all get a hug and a kiss each every day. Well, for now, like I said earlier, there are 10 children. We had 15 previously, and some of them are under foster care. And what we have done with the ones that are under foster care, we have gone to the police. We've alerted the police that these children are under foster care. They cannot be adopted. They have one parent that's living, and the consent of these parents. The most important thing is that the parents have consented to their being here. They brought them themselves. We have a case of a brother and sister who are here with us, they're motherless. Their mother is late. Their father handed them over to someone else to care for them, and she brought them here when she was ill. So the father understands where his children are, and he knows that he cannot care for them presently. So all these things are recorded with the police. Now with social welfare, they've only given us one child that was abandoned, but they know of this home. They visited, they've done their checks. We are registered with them. They know that we have children that are for foster care. We know that we have abandoned children. So we are not strangers to them. We also belong to the Association of Homeowners and Orphanages, which is ASOHON. It's called ASOHON, Association of Homeowners and Orphanages. So we belong to that association. We're registered with the association. We're also registered with the Ministry of Women's Affairs. So all these bodies are aware of our existence. And as we all know, to adopt a child, you must go through social welfare. Now, the adoption, we've had a baby boy that was adopted here from this home. We do know the family he's gone into very well. The proprietor knows the family very well, so we have no concerns. So, you know, we do our checks thoroughly before any child goes out. As you have seen for yourself, the premises alone speaks volumes. The facilities, we are here to provide every child that comes here with an opportunity to receive a better lifestyle, education, of course, without reservation. To the highest degree, the child will be educated for as long as the child is with us, until they can go out into the world and, you know, sustain themselves, you know, until they reach the age where, that is if they are not adopted. If we have ones with us so we expect to give the child an all-round upbringing in here, and with the out of the normal you know, facilities. Like I said, they have their own beds. Children do not share beds. Each child has everything it needs to grow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.